Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name's Stephen Aitchison and it's a big day today. We have the launch of FibSwap. FibSwap, as you know, I'm part of the team, kind of small cog in the wheel, but FibSwap is going to be launching it at 10 PM UTC tonight with a small selection of tokens. It's not going to be a big huge launch out of the gate where it's got every single token that you want to swap between BEP20 and ERC20. It's not going to have every single token, so we're going to launch. FibSwap is going to launch small with a small number of tokens, just so you get used to the platform, you get used to the DEX that's coming out as well. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I've done loads of videos, so just kind of go underneath this and look at for the videos on FibSwap. You'll know exactly what it's all about. After that, you will see the potential of FibSwap as well, and that is going to be launching today, so really excited for that. And I want to say this as well. The owner and the lead developer, so the owner Fib and the lead developer Clive, have been absolutely amazing throughout this whole process, and it's been an absolute, whatever happens from here, it's been an absolute pleasure working with you two guys and the whole team as well. It's been brilliant, and I'm not saying that it's in the past, I'm just saying up to this point it's been amazing. Fib, probably the most kind of trustworthy and genuine person I've ever met in the crypto space just now. Really wears his heart on his sleeve. Just the guy is just an absolute legend as well. And Clyde, the lead developer, brilliant as well. Just a really hard working dev. Been doing loads of stuff in the background. So I have to say that. But the whole team, just amazing. It's been brilliant working with FibSwap, and it's culminated in this launch that's coming out tonight as well. So I wanted to get that out of the gate. I'll tell you a wee bit more about it towards the end of the video as well. I'm going to show you kind of a test video done for the testnet. So I'll show you that as well towards the end. So what we're going to be doing today, we'll be looking at the markets. We'll be going over a couple of the Bitcoin chart. We'll look at the Ethereum chart, a couple of other charts as well. We'll look at what's happening in the news. And I've got a new project that I've been invested in for a while, kind of told the group about, but I want to tell you about it just now as well, on the back of some big news yesterday. So that is coming up as well, so stay tuned for that. So first of all, what we'll do is we'll go over to CoinGecko. I'm just going to load it up. I'm not as well prepared because I wasn't going to do a live today. I was meant to be taking the car to get an MOT, but my wife's off today, so she's taking the car. So I managed to get this in last minute. Okay, so we'll just jump over. In fact, we'll jump over to the chat just now, see who's in the chat. We'll jump over here. Okay. So, who's in the chat just now? Mark Innes, Crypto Steve, you bloody legend. Cheers, mate. Welcome to you. Good to see you, buddy. Taru is in the house. Mark Innes is saying rockets. Yeah, it's talking about FibSwap. It's been on an absolute tear. I'm going to share the chart with you as well. But it's done brilliant, and I'm just going to check the sound just now, make sure everything is working okay. 1 wee second. 1 wee second. Yeah, sound is working okay. We're all good. Mohammed Ahmed is saying morning, Steve. Morning to you. Good to have you here, buddy. Taru. Yep, I'm going to be speaking about that later. And Denny is in the house. Welcome to you. Devyanshu is in. Welcome to you. Pip Rider from the group is in. Good to see you. I'm just going to turn Telegram off just now. Abdullah is in the house. Richard Cooper, good to see you, mate. Exciting day indeed. Well, tomorrow morning for all. Yeah, it's going to be late for me. I think it's about 11 PM my time, but it's going to be morning for the Aussies and the New Zealanders out there, and kind of a lot of the rest of the world as well. Such a pleasure to be here today as part of the audience. Taru, brilliant to have you here, mate. London Bobby is in the house. Welcome to you, mate. Aloha, Steve. Okay, so what's happening in the markets just now? We'll just go to 100%. We have a 2.09 trillion market capitalization. That's a whole of crypto. Just now we've got Bitcoin dominance is going down slightly, which is good for the alts. That's gone down slightly to 42.04% with around 9,000 tokens as well. Cardano has been on an absolute tear as well. As you know, they're coming out with the smart contract platform as well. $2.50 for Cardano has been doing amazingly well over the last few months. So big congratulations if you're holding Cardano just now. I know a lot of people have been holding it since the penny ranges. That's only last year as well. So big congratulations to you. Binance is on a tear as well, up to $426. XRP doing well. I still see that hitting $10. $1.24. Dogecoin, 31 cents. We'll just see some of the other bigger ones. Cardano is the biggest one over the last 24 hours, 17.6%. The Graph FTX token over the last 7 days. Avalanche up 116%. Spoke about that in the past, said it could do well. Audius, I've not looked into Audius yet. A lot of people have spoken about it. 115% it's up. Arweave, I know that's Crypto Banter's one as well, and I've looked at that in the past. Luna has been on an absolute tear as well. That's when we talked about that at $6, and this is going to skyrocket, and it did get all the way up to $31. I'm out of Terra Luna just now, but if it does dip back down, I can get back into it. But made a lot of money on that, which was good. Solana has had a tear as well, 72%. Phantom, Helium, XTC. So a lot of the big ones in the top 100 have done really well over the last 7 days. Okay, we'll just go to see what else has kind of been moving. And the top 200. 7 days. Where is it? Where are we? I wanted to go to page 2, that's what it was on. Okay, there we go. So this is page 2, from 101 to 200. Bifrost up 617%. Yield Guild Games, YGG, somebody spoke about that in the group as well. 132% over the last week. Kin has been on a tear as well. Everybody remembers Kin from the early days. From 2017, 2018, when a lot of us got into it back then, and surprisingly, a lot of people in the group held on to Kin, still holding it, and it's up 115%. Coin98 is up 80.9%. That's Binance's backed one. Radium, Dent, Serum is up as well. Osmosis, so a lot of good tokens up there as well. We'll go to page 3. I always like to look at the smaller, not small caps, but smaller caps, and see what's done well over the last 7 days. Starlink up 195%. That's done brilliant. Eternity Chain, Verasity, our very own Verasity. I've been looking at the charts for that as well. Been talking about that for months, and it's moving. It's finally moving off its kind of low of 0.7 cents up to 2.7 cents, which is an amazing move. If they come out with news, it's just going to skyrocket, and I can see again to all-time high soon as well. Okay, we'll just go back to chat, see if anybody else has joined us. Roy is in the house, aka Fort Braga. Good morning, Steve. I absolutely couldn't miss this one. Excellent. It's good to have you here, buddy. Okay. So we'll look at some of the charts at the moment. If you want me to look at some of your charts, if I've got time at the end, I can do it and just do very simple TA. I like the simple TA. I think it works best and it doesn't confuse anybody. Okay, Bitcoin. Where are we with Bitcoin? $47,130. Now you can see here when we're looking at Bitcoin, we bring this down and get my head out of the way. So we have just now a kind of support level, was previous resistance of 46,400 just now. We're currently using that as support for Bitcoin just now, and that's a brilliant thing. So if we can keep bouncing off that support, then the longer it does that, the more bullish I am for Bitcoin price going up in the longer term. We're just going to look at the daily chart, and you can see here this orange line clearly been support and resistance in the past as well. But we're above the resistance line there, and we're staying above that just now. This is a really important level for me, 46,400. If we can get above roughly the 48,000, for me it's 50,000. If we can get above 50,000, that's a psychological level, and stay above 50,000, then I think we're going to all-time highs. Initially I thought this could come down. and we could go up towards the end of the year, and it could still do that, but it's not looking like that just now. And some on-chain data shows as well that the negative kind of net flow out of exchanges is still really in the negative just now, which means, well, I'll show you that in a second as well, so on some of the news. But it basically means people are taking it out of the exchanges. They're not sending it from the Bitcoin wallet to the exchanges to sell. They're taking it from the exchanges to the Bitcoin wallet, which means people are accumulating. And this is why the price is going up. And I can see this still going up towards the end of the year and getting bigger towards the end of the year as well. I've showed you the growth curve for Bitcoin. I'm going to kind of show you this and zoom in. So these kind of little green lines here was what I projected Bitcoin would do, and this was back in June. And it's not followed it exactly, but you can see it's kind of getting there just now. And I thought it would come up to round about the beginning of September, go up to round about 50,000, come down to 35,000, and that might still happen. And then towards mid-October, we go shooting back up and we go to all-time highs of $150,000 for Bitcoin. And I'm standing by that. I still see it going to 150,000 by the end of the year. You know what can happen within a space of 4 weeks. Certainly my life has kind of changed in the last 4 weeks because of FibSwap as well, and some of the other projects as well. So a lot can happen in crypto in 4 weeks, and I still think Bitcoin is going to go up to $150,000 towards the end of the year. And that's based on history. That's based on looking at history. I showed you this last week. We've done exactly the same previous 4 years, back in 2017 to 2018, then in 2013 to 2014, shot up from round about these levels, but they all shot up from October onwards. Or the two of them shot up, not all, but the two of them shot up from October onwards. And that's that 4-year cycle we've been talking about. And I still think we're in that cycle, and we're going to go up to about 150,000 towards the end of the year. So still really bullish on Bitcoin. Just now, as long as we stay above this 46,400, I'm going to be really happy with that. Same with, I'm going to take this out because that's long gone now. That structure has long been broken because we broke out of that. So with Ethereum, we've got this support at 2,900 for Ethereum, which is fantastic. It's bounced off that a few times, which means there's a strong support for Ethereum. We're still, the 70 EMA has crossed over the 21 EMA. This is on the daily, so still strong there. And I wouldn't be selling Ethereum. I don't sell Ethereum anyway. I don't like to sell Ethereum. This is one for my pension pot for the future. If it dips, buy it. If it dips again, buy it. If it dips again, keep buying it. So Ethereum's my big one. I know a lot of people are into Solana, Cardano, and Polkadot, etc., and I still think they're all good. But Ethereum is my main go-to one for the future, especially with DeFi coming up, especially with all the changes that are coming up in Ethereum 2.0, and still ongoing as well. I can't see past Ethereum at the moment. Might change, but it's not changing just now. And I can still see this going up to $10,000 by the end of the year. And we'll look at some of the news stories about that as well. Some of the other charts I look at, Verasity, this is such a beautiful chart as well. So I've been waiting on this for a long time. It seems to have kind of gone down from April, down, hit a low of round about 7/10 of a cent. And I said then that was going to be the bottom. That was support for Verasity. Now would be a brilliant time to get in, round about there. That's kind of what I said back then. I said get in there, fill your boots. It's going to go back up and just hold it and stake it for that 25.5%. And that's what I've been doing. So, and it's gone up a big lot from here. 255%, and that's only from the 20th of July. So in the space of 1 month, it's gone up 255%. And I'm thinking now, for Verasity, we had support here, around about 2.1 cents. It was previous resistance. You can see here there's resistance here, shot through that. The next resistance is 2.6 cents. It broke through that as well on the daily. So I'm expecting this to go up to, well, we've got resistance here round about the 4 cent area for Verasity. Round about there, 4.1 cents. We've got resistance there. It's weak resistance. but I'm expecting the all-time high very soon for Verasity. Remember, Q4 is big for Verasity. We're going to go to the all-time high before or during Q4. Can see it getting to 10 cents. If news comes out, if they get listed on Binance or Coiunbase, if news comes out of partnerships, it's going to the moon for this one as well. But we'll talk conservatively and say all-time high coming up soon. 10 cents very soon, before the end of the year, definitely. Probably more than that for Verasity. So yeah, loving the chart for Verasity as well. Luna, we can see, kind of spoke about it back here, back at $6. Said getting now, this is going to jump, and it has jumped big time for Luna, and that's jumped 400%. And that's within the space of a month. So you can see why I'm saying things can change big time within the space of 1 month. Okay, jump back to the chat just now. If you have any questions at all about anything, about kind of charts or anything, about FibSwap, anything, we're going to go on to the news after this. But any questions, I love talking to you guys. Chris from Edinburgh is in the house. Welcome to you, mate. Yes, my coffee. I need a wee drink. Creating our own reality. Morning, Steve, from the Fibo family. Welcome to you. It's always good to get the Fibo family in. David Rowan is in the house. Hi, Steve. If you get a chance, would you look at Trias? Trias has been one that I've looked at in the past. I've not got any now, but I do like Trias as well. Wendy and Ash is in the house as well. And good to see you here. Good evening, good tidings from Tasmania. Excited to see Verasity rising. Thank you. Yes, at last, Verasity is rising as well. It's brilliant to see. Okay, some news. This is from Bitcoin. This is what we were talking about earlier on. So this is negative net flow from exchanges. And it says the net flow from exchanges, 30-day moving average, is still deeply negative, which means that Bitcoin getting withdrawn from exchanges, or less Bitcoin is getting withdrawn. So less supply means higher prices. Hopefully it does the same. Hopefully it does. You've seen that? So yeah, that's looking extremely bullish for Bitcoin as well. So the negative, the net flow is extremely negative at the moment, which is a good thing. It sounds negative, but it's not. And it's not double negative. It's just, that's how it is. Excuse the ranting. Okay, Ethereum could reach $14,000. This is from Gockenstein Media. David Gockstein has said that he's revealed a couple of predictions. They said for Dogecoin it could go to $1, and he says Ethereum could get up to $14,000 as well. So the CEO noted he doesn't see promotions from Elon Musk as the only reason for the cryptocurrency, that's Dogecoin, to succeed, as he noted that the retail-focused trading platform Robinhood and the meme economy also contributed to its growth. I think the meme economy is still very much here. I think a lot of projects, a lot of good projects were born out of the meme economy, like Shiba Inu, for example. That's a perfect example. Went from a 7 mil, I remember talking about it and recommending it to my group at 7 million market cap, and it went up to a $3 billion market cap after that. I didn't stay in through its full cycle, but I have stayed in for FibSwap, so I learned my lesson there. But a lot of people made a lot of money from Shiba Inu as well. That was born from the meme economy, and we're still in that economy just now, the meme coins. All those kind of Inu coins as well. There's still a lot of them about. Still a lot of rug pulls as well. You have to be really careful, but a lot of projects were born out of that as well. So Ethereum could reach 14,000. Referring to Ethereum's Ether, Gockstein pointed to a recent London hard fork, included the implementation of Ethereum Improvement Proposal 1559, which changed the way transaction fees and network work. It's still not fully implemented. So a lot of people think on the day, 4th of August, that EIP 1559 was implemented and fully kind of finished with, but it's not. It's ongoing. Its ongoing changes are going to be happening with Ethereum, which is leading to the Ethereum 2.0 and everything that comes with it. And that's going to be lower fees as well, obviously, with level 2s, and that they're going to be contributing to the success of that as well. I still see Ethereum going really big as well. To the CEO, the cryptocurrency is going to become deflationary because of the burn. Yep, we know that. We spoke about that. And this deflation will contribute to its price growth. As a conservative estimate, he suggested ETH could trade at $14,000 by the end of the year or by 2022. So by the end of 2021 or beginning of 2022, Q1 2022 is what he was talking about. And I fully see that as well. I can see that happening. My prediction has always been $10,000 by the end of this year. And even when it was down big time, I still say this could get to $10,000. And it's looking that way just now. It's looking extremely bullish for Ethereum at the moment. Coinbase will buy $500 million in crypto and invest 10% of all future profits in digital assets. So this is from Brian Armstrong. It just says, we recently received board approval to purchase over $500 million of crypto on our balance sheet to add to our existing holdings, and will be investing 10% of all profit going forward in crypto. I expect this percentage to keep growing over time as the crypto economy matures. Brilliant, brilliant. Love to see that. So kind of following the lead from Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor, as you know, he's kind of just investing in Bitcoin every week. A big chunk of money every single week from Michael Saylor, and investing in that. So he's dollar cost averaging and just buying Bitcoin. So I don't know how much he earns now, or not that he earns. I don't know how much he holds of Bitcoin just now, or his company. But it's really catapulted his company into the stratosphere as well. And I think other companies should be doing that, especially crypto companies. I think banks, I think everybody should be doing it, to be honest. And so that was Coinbase. Binance, this was a big one as well. This is not as bad as it sounds. Binance enforces mandatory KYC, know your customer, on all users amid mounting regulatory pressure. So they're getting pressure from around the world from regulators. Now, obviously in crypto we don't want regulators in there, because kind of look at the regulations in kind of banking, housing, just the governments around the world as well, the regulations they've got and how they've just totally fucked things up, to be honest. Apologies for swearing. But so we don't want as much regulation, but we kind of do need regulation to make it legit. And here's why. If we want the big money to come in to crypto, we need some form of regulation if we want the big money to come in. So if we want to become the millionaires because we are in early, we need new money coming in. And that means new money that's going to be kind of regulated, not fully like you've seen before, but not controlled by, it doesn't mean the governments are going to control Bitcoin or ETFs or stuff like that. It just means there's some form of regulation there. So we kind of need that. So I kind of agree with that, but I still like what crypto stands for, as well as I'm not going against that, but I do recognise that we kind of need some form of regulation. And this is what's happening with Binance, which is a good thing for Binance. It doesn't, on the face of it, look like a good thing for Binance, because you think, oh, they're going to lose customers because they're going to have to KYC. But no, I think this could actually be a good thing for Binance. Still see Binance going up to $1,000 as well. I think it's a good thing for the company worldwide as well. I can see it only getting bigger from here. Okay, this was a piece of news I want to kind of share with you as well. Bloomberg kind of let out a piece of news saying OnlyFans will prohibit users from posting any sexually explicit conduct, citing mounting pressure from banking partners and payment providers. So basically what they're saying is the banking partners, people who loan the company money, or and kind of payment providers as well. I don't know what payment providers they use. The payment providers are saying, well, we don't want to be associated with kind of porn. So they're saying to OnlyFans, who've built up their platform on porn, soft porn, I would say, but porn is porn. So they built up that platform on porn, and now they're pulling it away in October. So they're saying OnlyFans to block sexually explicit videos starting in October. So this is from the old economy, from the banking sector, and from the payment providers as well. They don't want to be associated with that. Me personally, I think there's going to be a buyout of OnlyFans from I don't know who, and they want this kind of porn removed and everything to associate with the porn removed as well, and then there'll be some kind of takeover or buyout as well from OnlyFans. That's my thinking, but It shows you the old economy are still restricting what businesses can do as well. But in steps some crypto companies that could be amazing for this platform, that could fill the shoes, because it's a $1 billion company, remember that. And not only that, Edward Snowden got in on this as well and said Bitcoin fixes this. And what he's really saying is not Bitcoin, is cryptocurrency fixes this. Saying we're not going to be controlled, we're not going to be governed by the old economy, we'll do it our way, we'll do it on the blockchain. So that's what he's really saying there as well. So this is the news here. So in October, it's going to get banned. But if we look at companies that are doing this just now, and I'm invested in one, I'm not into the pawn. I would be honest if I was, but I'm not into the pawn. I'm into the business and investment side of this. And I see a huge opportunity for one company that I'm invested in just now. The other companies as well is going to be a huge opportunity. But this one in particular, called Coiunbase, don't like the name for marketing purposes, but that's my personal opinion. But this has got brilliant tokenomics. It's got dual tokenomics, Coiunbase, and it's going to have tip in you. It's going to have the Coiunbase as a governance token. It's going to have tip in you, so you can actually, as a payment. So that's going to be a stable kind of coin almost, the tip in you. And Coiunbase is going to be the one that goes up. They're going to have buyback and burns from it as well soon. They're bringing out a new platform. And their goal before all this, before OnlyFans literally 14 hours ago banned the kind of sexually explicit content, and their goal was to take over from OnlyFans, one of the platforms to take over. So they want to be on OnlyFans, they want to be a Pornhub, and they want to take over from the Cam site as well. And that's what they're building their version 2 platform on just now. And that's what they're building at the moment. That's coming out in September. So they're relaunching, or they're launching the platform in September. And they've tested it with live streaming, with models as well. They've got porn models on there as well, tested it numerous times. So they've done loads of testing. They've got a good community. They've got a brilliant dev behind them. It's really, really hard working dev as well. And they've got an avid community there as well that's really got the backing. But look at this. We've got Namaste at 333 million market capitalization. We have PawnRocket at 207 million market capitalization. And we've got Cumrocket 80 million market capitalization. Coiunbase 12.5 million market capitalization. From all the other ones, I've looked at the other ones as well because I know blockchain is brilliant for this industry. I know it makes business sense. It really does. This one, Coiunbase 12.5 million. Everything that they're doing, everything that I've seen that they're doing in the background and speaking to the dev as well, I think this could 50x within the space of a year. So 50x, we're only talking $500 million market capitalization, and that's being conservative. And as I said, from a business point of view, from an investment point of view, it looks fantastic. So have a look at it, even though you might not like it. This is soft kind of porn. It's not kind of forced or anything like that. This is kind of soft porn as well. But even if you don't like it from a business investment point of view, it could be really good. So it just depends on your kind of moral viewpoint. But as one to look at. Okay, we'll go to see if there's any questions or anything here just now before we look at FibSwap. There's more people than I thought. Lisa is in the house. Welcome to you. Mike DVDR is in news. Rune has got insurance. FibSwap launched today. XHV 2.0 launching after audit. That's what I follow mainly. Excellent. Good to hear. And Connor doing good as well. Yeah, we got into Cono as well. Recommended that, but kind of subsequently went down. So hopefully it's doing well again, which is good. Martin O'Regan, just bought my first VRA yesterday, Steve. And where do I send it to stake? So if you go to verawallet.tv, you'll be able to stake it there. So verawallet.tv and stake it there. So make sure, join the Telegram group just to make sure you get the correct links, etc. because there's always kind of scammers out there. So verawallet.tv, check that out. Lisa, I like how Coiunbase just never stops. They don't. The team really hasn't. They've never stopped. The team is one of the few in the space that always delivers products in high quality. Yes, that's what I like about them as well. I'm in the Telegram group and I just watch what's going on with them. I don't join the live streams or anything. As I said, it's not my bag. And if it was my bag, I'd just be honest and kind of admit it to you. But it's not my bag. But I love the business side of it and the tokenomics of this as well. Stay awesome. VRS is pumping as predicted. Steve, excellent. Is it pumping again just now today? Yes. So 2.78 cents. Excellent. Divyanshu, language state. I know, I do apologise for the swearing. I do apologise. And I don't allow swearing in my Telegram group. Sometimes it has, and I do swear normally, but I won't swear kind of on a live stream, and I don't swear in the Telegram groups either, because I don't think it should be done. Baz, Steve, with ETH being your retirement bag, do you run any validator nodes for the 2.0? I don't run any validator nodes, and I'll tell you why. Is because I've got ETH as an ETN, which is an exchange traded note, in literally my SIP, which is a self-invested pension plan. And so it's not real Ethereum, but although they have to buy real Ethereum, it's not real Ethereum. I've got my pension pot per se, and that was before the British government banned the ETN, but I'm still in it. So if you were in it before they banned it, then it's all good. So that tracks the price of Ethereum. Obviously, I've got some Ethereum out with my kind of pension pot as well, out with that SIP, but I don't have it in 2.0 as a validator. So you need 32 to stake it as a validator, and you won't get that until next year, but you get some good rates of return on that, so it could be really worthwhile doing. So that's why the whole narrative about having 32 Ethereum came about in the past. That's where it comes from. I'm going to say Car is in house. Welcome to you. Lisa, Coiunbase has a merge tool to help get OnlyFans users on board. They're ready for it. Yeah, that was before the whole news came out. So part of the version 2 platform was to have a migration button, a migration tool to let kind of models and creators transfer from OnlyFans over to kind of Coiunbase website as well. Lisa, I can smell 500x incoming. Yeah, I think I've said 50x conservatively, but I do see it being higher personally. Stay awesome. I might volunteer for the testing. Very funny. Lisa, OnlyFans market cap is 1 billion. Yeah, it's a $1 billion company, as I said. And Coiunbase is what, 10 million? It's probably 13 million just now. Ash, excited to hear anything about FibSwap? Yes, it's coming up just now. Baz, thanks for the explanation, Steve, but would you recommend to run any for retirement purposes? I would just keep on for the ETH 2.0 staking. Yes, I would just keep on staking it, but you're going to get it back in 2022 anyway. So I would just keep building up and dollar cost averaging in for Ethereum until they come out with an ETF, which I think will be soon. I think 2022 will be the year of the ETFs with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then we'll be able to put it in our pension pots, etc. But only when the pension companies will be able to buy loads of it at these prices just now. Next year is going to be much higher. It's going to be triple, quadruple the price. Baz, also on Kraken, you can contribute to running nodes. You pay them part of the gain. So that must be a pool they're in as a fee. But let's little guy get into the profit as well. Yes, so they're doing pools as well for that. James is in the house. Welcome to you. 5-0 to the moon. Yes, indeed. I'll just turn that off. Baz is saying awesome. Thanks, Steve. My pleasure. Apologies for that. Okay, we're going to go to FibSwap. Right, first of all, what I want to do, we've spoken about before FibSwap, what I think of FibSwap, what I think of the team, what I think it's going to do, how it's going to disrupt the whole kind of DEX market and the AMM kind of market as well. And I've spoken about the owner and the lead developer, Clive, who's extremely hardworking. He's brought out this DEX within kind of 4 weeks. He said he was going to do it. The testnet on the 18th of August, that came out. It's going to be launching today, later on tonight, 10 p.m. UTC. So love all that. Love what this could do. Now, as I said, this is going to come out, it's going to be a working product, but it's not going to have all the bells and whistles on that we expect that we see on Uniswap and kind of PancakeSwap. So it's not going to have farming, it's not going to have staking, it's not going to have thousands and thousands of coins that you can that you can swap between the two. So initially what we're going to do, or what Fib is going to do and Clive are going to do, and the FibSwap team are going to put out a number of tokens, just a very small number of tokens. So it's going to be BEP20 tokens and it's going to be ERC20 tokens. And you're going to be able to swap between the two of them with the click of a button. You're going to have to kind of press a number of buttons to get there, obviously, and click on what tokens you want. So it's not just a one click, because you have to decide what tokens you want to swap between. So it's not strictly a one click, but after that you just click on swap and it'll get it done for you. So that's what they're going to do tonight at 10 p.m. So this is a huge deal. And I think this is part in the history of AMMs. So in 2017 we had Bancor, and that was a big step. So we had an AMM called Bancor. We used that in the past as well, if you remember, from the old crew. 2018 Uniswap came out, 2020 PancakeSwap came out, 2021 FibSwap comes out. And I think it's going to be written kind of in history about what this can actually do and how revolutionary this could be as well. But as I said, it's only going to be a small number of tokens. It's a working product, minimal viable product, MVP is what you kind of call it in the kind of marketing world, but it shows you exactly what it can do. And then they'll be adding tokens every day to it after the launch. And then next month they'll be adding other chains onto as well. So you'll have all the chains you'll be able to swap between. So it is going to be a multi-chain DEX, but don't be expecting to kind of swap every single thing straight away. So it's not going to do that out of the gate, but this is really exciting. And I want to show you the video I kind of made for the testnet. So we did the testnet, so I'll show you the video just now. Hey everybody, welcome to the testnet testing. So first of all, first thing to say is the Binance testnet is not working. So usually with this, when we're testing out, we're going to use the Ethereum testnet, which is Rinkeby, and the Binance smart chain test, but it's not working just now. So what we're going to do is use real FIBO and BUSD tokens. So they're going to be real, but it's just going to be a very small amount, just so you can test it, just to see how it works. But I'm going to show you exactly how it works here, and I'll show you exactly how it's going to do it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the Rinkeby network and switch network to Rinkeby, because we want to make sure we've got some Dogecoins in here so we can see it. Assets 0.11 Doge, so we can see that here. You can add that as well. You'll be able to get the address, you'll be able to get the Doge token address and just add it there. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Next thing we're going to do is go into the BS, the Binance Smart Chain, and click on that to switch it. Switch network. We're now going to go to Binance Smart Chain, and that's on the main network. And we're going to also take out any cookies. If you've been using this before, we're going to take out any cookies because it does slow it down. And to take out cookies, we're just going to go to the little padlock here on the address, take out the cookies, click on done. Okay, so we're on the Binance Smart Chain just now. Now we're going to go to Binance Smart Chain here. We're going to click on the BUSD, and you can see here I've got 6.5 BUSD in here. I'm going to click on 3 BUSD, and we'll go to Rinkeby, testnet, want to buy some Doge, and what we want to do is get a quote here. So once we click on get quote, we'll see a receiving amount here. Click on get quote, you're going to sign in, sign that, and then you're going to wait on the receiving amount here for get quote. So you can see 0.225. That's the quote here, and click on swap, and we're going to, and this is for a contract interaction. We'll click on confirm. So you're going to get a number of these pop-ups because you're using multiple kind of chains here. Well, there's nothing else. This is only going to last another
and now we're just going to wait.
That'll be us. It'll not even be like this for a couple of months, and that'll be us. I'll be back to.
So we've got confirm transaction.
Just having a lot of money in the bank.
So that's just to confirm this interacting on your behalf.
I've got it there charging, yeah.
Then we see here active transactions. It's got transaction ID. And we're going to wait here under action. We're going to wait here for the word finish. So just take a few seconds. So this is going to give us our transaction status. It's saying BUSD to Doge. Amount is 3 BUSD. And this is a transaction ID as well. So you can see here, it's just come up finish. Click on the finish button. It's a link. You're going to sign that again. And you're going to sign it again. Because as I said, we're going over to different chains here. This is what we're doing. And that is it. All done. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the Rinkeby testnet. We're going to go to view on Etherscan.
Okay, so that's it. And that was FibSwap. I think I caught it at the right time. Just to end it there, just to show you kind of finishing. So that's kind of how it's going to look. But as you see now, it's really easy to do. And yet remember, you're swapping multi-chain. You're swapping from BEP20 to an ERC20. And that was part of the live as well. I'm just going to see if we are as well. Yep, we are. So yeah, that was part of the live system as well. So it wasn't a complete test there because the Binance testnet wasn't working at the time, as I said in the video. So I was live from the kind of BEP20 side, going over to the ERC20 testnet as well. I always forget Rinkeby. That's it. I was going to say I always forget the name of it, but obviously I don't. So yeah, this is coming out tonight. There's still time to get in for FibSwap. Just now, if you want to get in, it's still only, as I said, 71 million market cap. We're just going to look at this just now, actually, and look at the chart for it. So it's come down a wee bit, obviously. You can understand why that's come down. It's just had a parabolic run kind of recently. So people are obviously taking profits here as well. So it's down to 1.8 cents at the moment. And coincidentally, this is where I set a lot of the targets based on the Fibonacci extension tool appropriately. So just, I'll take this out. This was just as a wee joke. They would put in for somebody in the group. Because Ash was going to the movies last night, and every time he goes out, and the price of FibSwap was jumping up. So we're basing the the charting on that. Okay, so I did expect this to go to about 5 cents last night. Rather kind of foolishly, I expected this to kind of go up big time last night, but it didn't. It did go up to about 2.2 cents before coming back down. A lot of people taking profits, and that's totally understandable. I've been taking profits myself. You have to do that. You have to kind of take profits as well as part of the natural organic growth of a project like this as well. But as long as it's still going up in the right direction, we're on the right trajectory for this as well. And the next target for me, so we had a target there. The first target was about 1.8 cents. It got to 1.8 cents when I told you last week when it was still only 0.8%. It went up 100%. Second target is 2.65 cents. As I said, this is based on Fibonacci extension tool. Third target is 3.9 cents. Fourth target, 5 cents. This is only short term. Once they get the DEX up and running, they add more tokens every day, they add more chains every month, then the sky's the limit for this as well. So the more they work on this, obviously, the bigger this is going to be. This is like investing in Uniswap or investing in PancakeSwap or SushiSwap just before they kind of get big. And if you remember from PancakeSwap, well, not really so much from PancakeSwap because that was a clone, but from Uniswap, if you remember when it first came out, it wasn't perfect kind of out of the gate. It's not got all the bells and whistles it's got just now. And same with PancakeSwap as well, really. So it's going to be like that as well. It's going to be a minimal viable product that they're going to be bringing out, which will show the potential for this. This is what we're doing here. And with FibSwap, out of the gate, we're showing you the potential of where this could go. And we're saying, if you invest in this just now, you potentially could make a lot of money. But if you're going to be using it as well, it's potentially saving a lot of money. And plus, you're going to get all the reflections. Reflections is like staking. So 4% of the volume traded in FIBO tokens will go to the holders of the FIBO tokens. 4%. So I think yesterday we was it traded 1.6 million. 4% of that is what, $64,000. $64,000 goes to all the holders, or get divided between the holders. Is that right? So $1 million would be 100,000, 10%. Yeah, that's right. $64,000. I've got my maths right. Just try to do that in my head there. So FibSwap, from an investment point of view, you've got to look at this from different points of view. From an investment point of view, this looks fantastic. It looks amazing. 70 million market cap, 200 million market cap, fully diluted, but it's not really, because it says there's 10 billion tokens total supply, but there's not. There's 9.5 billion token, because they've already burned half 500 million tokens. And they're going to be doing more burns in the future. They're going to be coming out with farming in the future. They're going to be coming out with staking in the future as well. They're going to be adding more chains on every month. Not every month, but from next month, they'll be adding more chains on as well. So take a look at fibswap.io. They've got a new website out as well. Check that out as well. There's loads going on. Join the Telegram group. There's a link down below. And this has already changed lives. Literally, this has already changed lives. It's changed mine. As I said, I've been taking profit, and there's nothing wrong with that as well. You have to kind of take profit off the top. If you're going to take profit, if you're a kind of big bag holder, don't sell it all at once and sell 200 million tokens at once, or 100 million, or 50 million, whatever. Just sell it into green candles, so it's not going to affect the price if you're part of the kind of FibSwap family. That's the best way to do it. And you get new buyers in, and you sell your kind of stock while still holding as well. So sell into green candles, and don't panic sell or anything like that. This is not going down. This is a natural kind of organic growth type of chart as well, and it just looks amazing from here. So I expect this to go to my next real target. It's 2.65 cents, but really I'm eyeing the 5 cent level for this, then on up to 10 cents, then towards the end of the year. Well, the lead developer has never missed a target yet. So if he says he's going to do what he's going to do, and he does what he says he's going to do, then this could be, God knows. God knows, because we're really into price discovery just now for FibSwap. So it looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. Okay, if there's any questions or anything, now's the time to ask. If you want me to look at charts or anything, what time are we on? 10:52. Right, Martin O'Regan, they should have a daily Twitter poll with a choice of tokens. Let me get my glasses on. No, I've not got my glasses with me. With a choice of tokens to be added, most votes gets added the next day. Would be a great way to get retweets and hashtagging all the tokens. That's a good idea for marketing. I think they've got something like that planned. Actually, I think they're going to do it in the Telegram group, but that's a good way to do it on Twitter as well, because it gets you more. Hey Steve, your mic isn't muted. Ah, ha, 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 ha. I thought you were saying it was muted there. Hang on a sec. I thought you were saying something else there. Right. Okay, 10 p.m. UTC is a launch. Yes, it is. Right, that kind of threw me there. Give me a sec, I'm just making sure. No. So I don't know what that comment was about. I thought you were just messing with me. Messing with my head. That's what you're doing. I'll just put this over here actually. Oh god, that kind of doesn't look good. Okay, we'll just go back to a couple of charts. That just kind of totally threw me there. Right, Verasity 2.8 cents is still going up. Fantastic. Bitcoin or Ethereum 3,212, still looking good. 47,242 for Bitcoin, still looking good as long as it stays on that support. Okay, Jonathan, Pat Sanas, need a Mac so I can do cool YT videos. Woohoo, VRA, yes, VRA going up 2.8 cents. Divyanshu was saying that your mic is muted when you were on the call, mate, during the DEX preview. Oh, shit! Shit, did you hear what I was saying? I don't even know what I said. This is my wife calling. She's just getting the car serviced, as I said, serviced and MOT'd. I can't remember what I said. I should have muted the mic there. I hope I didn't say anything embarrassing. Oh God, I'm going to be worried about that in case I said anything embarrassing. No, I just told her I loved her and stuff, I think that was it. Jonathan, it's Jono, if you're one. Yeah, I like, see when I'm speaking to people on Telegram, they said, oh, I was on your YT, I was on your YT live show and saying, what's your name? Because everybody's got different handles from the YouTube and from the Telegram for obvious reasons. But I always get mixed up and I can never remember who's who. So Jono, that's good to know if you're wondering. Yeah, we heard your conversation. Shit, what did I say? I'm going to have to open it. I'm sure it will say in the Telegram group. I need to cut it out of the live if it was too embarrassing. Okay, I will leave it there just now if there's no more questions. And what I'll do is, as I said, we're going to go live. We're not going to go live, but the FibSwap is going to go live 10 p.m. UTC. So yeah, that's going to be really something to look forward to. So I'll be up. It's going to be 11 p.m. my time, but I will be up in the Telegram group as well for both FibSwap and for CYT as well. So if you want to join FibSwap, link down below. We've got links down below for the website as well. And if you want to buy FibSwap before it goes to the moon, then now's a good time to do it. Okay, I'll leave it there just now. I'm going to check out what I said. And I'll speak to you next week. Until next week, namaste. Take care. Bye now.